Every major player and every ETF issuer in the world can see how the XRP ETF is doing, so we are always keeping an eye on it. BlackRock is still being talked about. Fidelity is still on the mind. We are still chatting about those big names. All of them can see how big and popular XRP ETFs can get. We have also been keeping an eye on how much XRP is locked up right now. Let me refresh right now to make sure everything is current. Over 366 million XRP are locked up right now. This is crazy to see. Over 788 million is managed by the Asset Center as a whole, and I think this is a little behind because they just recently hit over 800 million. But it's crazy to see how much XRP is already locked up in these ETFs. Too little time has passed for over 366 million XRP to be lost. It's crazy to think about that. Also, it's not like this is gone for good. It was taken down from public talks, and it's no longer in the hands of stores. All of this has been locked up by these institutional players and ETF makers. Imagine how big and valuable XRP would be if BlackRock, Fidelity, and other big names started to line up and apply for an XRP ETF. That's what's crazy about this. I do believe it will happen. I believe it will happen, especially if we're keeping track of everything that's going on with these ETFs. These things have been on fire ever since the first public launch. To top it all off, Canary just recently released a comment about the XRP ETF. Bank XRP has Canary just put out a press statement saying that XRPC is bigger than all the other spot XRP ETFs put together. Also, just so you know, if we're talking about Canaries right now, the overall amount is more than $241 million. They play a big role in this. Right now, they have over 3.7 million for 24 hours. Okay, so I don't think there's a way to, completely or so there is, right? From this picture, we can see that over 161 million XRP are locked up on Canary Capital's platform, which is a lot of money. But we're glad to see that because it shows that the launch of the XRPC ETF was a success, and that what we're seeing with XRPC is more than just early usage. It proves that investment demand is going in the right direction. He's really talking about a change from hyped and traded assets to assets that are more useful. I like this. Nate Groshi has told us why being the first to market can be so important in the ETF space. Canary just put out a press statement saying that XRPC is bigger than all the other spot XRP ETFs put together. XRPC is becoming more popular than just being used by a few people. It proves that investment demand is going in the right direction. Of course, here is the whole list. It has been managing funds worth more than $336 million since it began. The biggest spot XRP ETF in the US is XRPC. Canary Capital is one of the smaller names, which makes this even stranger. But, this has been so great because of all the marketing that went into it and the excitement around this ETF. This makes me very happy. I think this is amazing. And once more, this is just another big sign of how much bigger some of these other ETFs like BlackRock, KK could be if they were in place. Now let's talk about Vanguard. There is no safety in crypto trading. It also doesn't matter how big the trade is. In February, $1.4 billion was stolen from Bybit, which is the fourth largest cryptocurrency exchange by trade volume. This was one of the biggest hacks in the history of cryptocurrency. When we look at the top 10 crypto hacks of all time, most of them happened at big exchanges. So where else can we keep our crypto besides cold storage? Capital has premium custody accounts, which are one of the best places to store your crypto because they are fully closed loop systems that are meant to keep assets separate and safe. The best thing about this is that if you hold digital assets on their platform, you can only withdraw them in USD linked to a US bank account. This means that you can't join an external wallet, which makes you less vulnerable to phishing or unauthorized transfers. Now, if you want to use one of the safest places to store your cryptocurrency, you can sign up using my link in the description below. If you put $1,000 today, you'll get an extra $100 in free funds. As far back as September, we know that Eleanor Tourette wrote a great piece called Vanguard Eyes Crypto ETF Access for Brokerage Clients. At that point, this was just a guess. September was almost over. Also, a lot of people didn't really notice this. It didn't bother them much. And the fact that Vanguard manages more than $11 trillion in funds is a very important fact about them. This is correct as of September 1st, 2018. Their market share is one of the biggest in TradFi. Their building is right next to BlackRock, which also manages a huge amount of funds. The best thing about Vanguard is that they are the world's second largest ETF source.
We know that's true because we came over here. Vanguard comes in second with a 21.7% market share and almost $4 trillion in ETFs. We know it's about 29.3%, so this is a little behind. When it comes to ETFs, BlackRock is still the big player. Again, though, this still shows how big Vanguard is. Again, this piece was written at a time when it was just a guess. You've probably already heard this, but starting tomorrow, Vanguard clients will be able to buy crypto ETFs. This is already in place for the second time. This is already taking place, and so far it's been very good for the whole room. The craziest thing is that a lot of people say they were very against Bitcoin and ETFs in January 2024. They said Vanguard does not have any Bitcoin ETFs. This is why. Bitcoin was worth $40,000 when they put that up. In the end, Bitcoin became a very big player in the ETF market. They certainly did make a lot of money. Vanguard has always been a little behind, but we do have from Eleanor, the news source Bloomberg says that Vanguard Group will give its trading clients access to crypto ETFs tomorrow. This fits with what I said in September, that this has been planned for a while.